Good morning and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Brief. This YouTube channel is your go-to source for the latest news and political analysis. Yes, when it comes to Nigerian political news, world news, entertainment news and sport news, we are number one. Join us for in-depth coverage of current events, insightful commentary and thought-provoking discussions. Subscribe now and hit that notification bell so that anytime the Daily Brief will post any new video concerning any latest updates our world brings to you, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Well, don't forget to share your thoughts and join our conversation by commenting on our videos. Together, let's stay informed and engage. Payback time. See shocking amount the Tinubu'S government will pay the arrested #EndSARS protesters as Ecowas court drops final judgment. Good morning and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline I will brought to you this morning. As our headline for this morning says it at payback time. See the shocking amount Tinubu'S government will pay arrested #EndSARS protesters as Ecowas drops final judgment. We have heard that the Economic Community of West African States (Ecowas) Community Court of Justice has found the federal government of Nigeria guilty of human rights violation during the EndSARS protest in October 2020. This significant ruling determined that the government's use of force, particularly at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, violated international human rights standards, including those enshrined in the African Charter of Human and People's Rights. This case brought before the court centered on allegation that the Nigerian government agents used excessive force during the peaceful protest against police brutality and harassment. The event of October 20 and 21, 2020 at the Lekki toll gate became infamous when protesters who had gathered to demand an end to the notorious Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) were reportedly fired upon by soldiers. Applicants on the same claimed that the actions of the Nigerian government resulted in death, injuries and various human rights abuses. Despite the government's assertion that it again adhered to strict rules of engagement and did not shoot or kill protesters, the court found otherwise. It dismissed the allegation of a violation of the right to life but upheld claims of excessive force and human rights abuses. The court ordered the Nigerian government to pay each applicant 2 million naira as compensation for the violation of their rights. Additionally, it mandated the government to investigate and prosecute the agents responsible for these violations and to be brought back to the court within 6 months. This directive aims to ensure accountability and prevent future occurrence of such abuses. Several personal testimonies provided a harrowing glimpse into the event at the Lekki toll gate. Catherine Ude, the first applicant, stated how she was forced into hiding and eventually sought asylum after receiving threatening phone calls. Perpetua Kamzi, the second applicant, described how soldiers began shooting following a power cut, which led to her hospitalization due to the effect of police tear gas. The third applicant, Ademiwa Olanwaju, reencountered narrowly, escaping being shot and witnessed inadequate hospital care for those injured during the incident. The ruling from the Ecowas court marks a crucial step towards injustice for the victims of the EndSARS protesters. It highlights the importance of upholding human rights and holding those in power accountable for their action. The compensation awarded to the applicants and the directive to prosecute those responsible underscore the need for comprehensive forums in Nigeria's approach to handling civil unrest and political misconduct. The EndSARS movement, which gained international attention, underscored the deep-seated issues of police brutality and systematic abuse in Nigeria. The violent crackdown on peaceful protesters at Lekki toll gate became a symbol of the government's heavy-handed response to legitimate demands for justice and reform. The Ecowas court decision sends a strong message that such action will not go unchecked and that victims of the state violence have avenue for redress. In summary, the Ecowas Community Court of Justice ruling against the Nigerian government serves as a pivotal moment in the fight for human rights and accountability. It calls for immediate action to address the grievances of those affected by the EndSARS protests and they implement measures that ensure such violations do not occur again. This decision does this decision not only provide a measure of justice for the victims but also set a precedent for upholding human rights across the region in October 2020. And that is all we have for you concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that breaking news: see the shocking amount the Tinubu government will pay the arrested NSAS protesters as Ecowas court drops final judgment. Well, you had it for me because we're looking about this Ecowas court. They dropped a judgment against the Nigerian government for what they did concerning the time that all these young youths were protesting against this end SARS of the things. They were protesting end SARS just to stop the brutality and harassment from police. And before I move on, don't forget, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, do well to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a like on this video to get more updates concerning this in the nearest future to come. How much are these government going to pay all these arrested people that were arrested during the NSAS protest? They said the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice, they found the federal government of Nigeria guilty of human rights violations. Yes, I really support that. The Nigerian government are very guilty. If you see what happened in Lekki Tollgate, you yourself you'll be crying. Yes, what happened in Lekki Tollgate is a it's really sad. They found them guilty of human rights violation during the NSAS protest in October 2020. And the significant ruling determined that the government use of force, particularly at the Lekki Tollgate in Lagos, it violated international human rights standards. Yes, they said the way the government used force, it violated international human rights standards, including those enshrined in the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Well, the case was brought before the courts, and the case centered on allegation that the Nigerian government agent they used excessive force during the peaceful protest. That the Nigerian government used excessive force during the peaceful protest against police brutality and harassment that these people were protesting against. They used excessive force. I wish it's not good. When I watched a video concerning those who were killed in that NSAS protesters, they said the Nigerian government they used so I think the Nigerian soldiers that threw tear gas on those protesters, and they shot some of them too. Which is not good. These people, like Peter we said, Nigeria is a democratic country, so the only way people can voice out and say something that will reach the president is if they protest. And we all know that these NSAS protesters, when they were protesting, they did not damage the country in one way or the other. It was now all this federal government that had to just use their own force to kill these young youths. Well, according to the ECOWAS court, they ordered the Nigerian government to pay each of everybody that was killed or that were injured on that very day. They should give each of all of them 2 million naira as compensation. So if you know that you were one way or the other injured or stuff like that, you were rushed to the hospital because of the tear gas, or you have a bullet wound that day. Yeah, the Nigerian government is only 2 million naira. The ECOWAS court ordered the Nigerian government to pay 2 million naira as compensation for the violation of their rights. Additionally, it mandated the government to investigate and prosecute all those security agents responsible for this violation, and to report back to the court within 6 months. Yes, they're giving them 6 months to report back to the court. If they fail to do this, seriously, the Nigerian government will face severe consequences. And I really like this judgment from the ECOWAS court. It will not tell them, it will give them the sense that anytime you see a protest, you don't go full force. You cannot fight fire with fire. Instead, they should try to calm the protest down and maybe hear what the people are saying and see sense inside it. Well, like this headline says, the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice ruling against the Nigerian government, it is serving as a pivotal moment in the fight for human rights and accountability. It really calls for the immediate action to address the grievance to those who were affected by the NSAS protests and to implement measures that ensure such violations do not occur again. Yes, the ECOWAS just want to make sure that nothing like this will ever happen again, especially in a city like Nigeria. Or what do you guys think? Let me see your comment below in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button, is the big red one with the notification bell, so that anytime we have any new video concerning this, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.